Hey Collective, welcome to Angel number 315, where everything is live. Welcome and welcome back. I want to say happy Independence Day, happy 4th of July to whoever celebrates this holiday. I do like watching the fireworks though. Actually, I like popping them, but I ain't got no fireworks to pop. So, anywho, we just gonna tap right into whatever is going on in the energy because we have some other energy out here that needs to be addressed, right? I think I might be thinking a little bit too fast. Faster than what my mouth can actually produce the words to come out. Mercury retrograde. Please let me be great. So whoever I'm talking to, you could be a feminine energy. Don't have to be. You could be a masculine as well. I might be talking to a couple different people, all right? A masculine and feminine energy during this reading. So just take the energy as it resonates. So this is a very interesting collective because this is a collective of people who have been getting away with a lot of things, right? When it comes to the mistreatment of the divine collective. All right. So whoever you are, you could be someone who is like, you could be into the beauty industry, whether you do hair or skin care. You could be a Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius, but you don't have to be, right? You could just be someone who is very confident. You have a lot of courage. So you know how to take initiatives that other people don't know how to take, or they don't have the motivation or determination to take, if that makes sense, right? But we have the hangman energy here. So there was something that was keeping you stuck that you wasn't able to see. That is until this tower came down. So there was a tower that happened, and the tower was meant to wipe out whatever this energy is, right? So before we get into the energy, let me tell you what's going on. All right. So someone tried to come in and present you with an offer that you turned down or that was turned down. So whether somebody ghosted you, left you on red, didn't respond, whatever the case may be, you possibly could have came off as someone who was like kind of naive, somebody who's trying to fight for everything that they deserve or whatever it is that they need or whatever they want. So somebody looked at you as naive because you possibly just put all the information that was asked out on the table. You know, you're a pretty open book. What this person didn't know, though, is that you are a Queen of Pentacles with this Ace of Cups. You pour into yourself. You love yourself deeply, might I add. Because if you didn't have this Ace of Cups, then there would be no way for you to actually manifest to become this Queen of Pentacles. A lot of people get it misconstrued because they think, oh, well, if you're the Queen of Pentacles, then why you in your car? Why you ain't got a house? Why you ain't got the type of car that you want? Those are all material possessions, right? So when you take away the material, what else do you have? I'll wait. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles, High Priestess energy here, right? But let's see, before we get into that, we're going to talk about whoever this Casanova is. So there's another component to this story, right? A Casanova is somebody who has multiple lovers, somebody who never settles down. It says keeps a safe distance and avoids being emotionally vulnerable. Easily distracted by new attractions and unable to stay loyal. Well, now I know why this person looks at you as someone that's naive, right? Because this is someone who avoids being emotionally vulnerable. And so just by default, this person would look at you, if you're this Page of Cups, right? Energy. Not saying that you're immature or anything like that, but this person could have been perceiving you to be someone who is emotionally immature in certain areas of life. But here's the thing. If someone is coming to you, let's say you work at any organization that helps people, you're at a food pantry, there's a certain level of vulnerability that you have to have in order to even receive assistance. And the thing about it is, people will make it known to you that closed mouths don't get fed, right? So If a person is coming to you with an open heart and they're telling you, that takes a lot, especially for a woman that's a Queen of Pentacles. This is someone who can get it on their own, does have the capability. You're talking about a Queen of Wands, someone who is confident and things of that nature, right? But you're mistaking that person as a Page of Cups. And it's just like, don't people have discernment anymore? What's going on with that? You do know that there's powers, there's entities, there's forces, energies that we don't see that exist, right? I'm just trying to make sure, because I want to make sure we all on the same page here. To me, it's kind of weird when people let certain things slip their mind and they fall into certain illusions, the illusions of the world. We already know what those illusions are. Well, I got this house over here, I got this car, I'm about to have this and I'm about to have that. But nobody ever talks about what lies beneath everything, the spiritual aspect of it all, the mental issues and the emotional issues that people have to deal with on a spiritual level that people don't address. They just push those people to the side and sweep it under the rug as somebody with mental issues or somebody who is suffering from some sort of schizophrenia or bipolarism, depression, multiple personality disorders, and other medical conditions that are diagnosed by Western medicine, right? So, anywho, that just, I don't know. I don't know. We got somebody's running, okay? And we did see the tower. The tower is here, not just for that Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles energy, but also for this Casanova as well. We do have marrying for money. So immediately, if someone holds back on their feelings, they don't like to get emotionally involved, and someone that's marrying for money, they're automatically they just want to know what's going on in your life. How can you benefit them? That's what it is. And if this person is already diminishing you to a Page of Cups, they don't really see you as nothing more than that. You're a reader, you're a tarot card reader, you wear all the jewelry and the things like that. You say, my ancestors don't play about me, whoop-de-woo, Oh my gosh, you just like the rest of these spiritual bitches that really ain't got no power, because you know what I'm saying? It's that. But you just move in silence. It's no reason to go all off about your motion and what you got going on and things like that. But I really, honestly, collective, I feel like this right here is the opportunity to pop your shit and let people know. And listen, I don't give a fuck what I'm driving. I don't give a fuck where I live at. I don't even give a fuck what my living situation is right now, right? Definitely got that favor from God. And it takes a lot for a person. You do have to be a Queen of Wands or a King of Wands to even look at yourself in that regard, to feel like, wow, even at my lowest, I'm still on top of my shit. I'm still that bitch. I'm still that nigga. All right, so we got always partying. And that definitely goes with this Casanova card, because this is the type of person who, 3 cups, 3 people. Something significant about the number 3. This is somebody who, they get easily distracted. So if somebody is avoiding you, then that means that they done got distracted by something else. You ain't on top of the priority list of shit to do, right? Which is really fucked up, and it's really sad, because if somebody's opening up to you and entrusting you with certain pieces of information, then it's like God gave you one motherfucking task. And here we got all of these holidays. People get distracted by holidays, right? That could be a third party. People get distracted by all of these other things that don't even mean shit. Meanwhile, you have a whole life, a whole human being, maybe even 2 or 3. It just depends on what that person's situation is that needs help, right? So now we got legal issues out here. Listen, I don't know what these legal issues is. I don't know if it's because of what someone had done to you, collective, or if this was just something that somebody had been doing, right, to obtain these legal issues. But something about dirt digging and looking you up. And listen, I'm tired of people being this energy here of always wanting to look people up because they mad because they can't keep doing the fuck shit that they doing, right? It says, we are both holding on to secrets, afraid that revealing them will tear us apart. But is it the secrecy or the betrayal itself that's doing the most damage? Is it the secrecy or the betrayal? That's interesting. We do have honor here. And as you can see, we got first, second, third, but we also had 3 people. This could be a situation where someone wanted you to participate in a third party situation, no matter what the third party is or who it is, right? This lady just keep on backing up. Hold on, y'all, real quick. So we have, with this honor card, it says you place your worth in others' hands, allowing reputation to overshadow authenticity. This is definitely giving somebody having something to prove, and they get their inflated sense of ego from other people. These are the people that's around them. So this could be people cheering them on, making them feel special, right? Making them feel like I'm number one, right? And this has led to inflated stories and distorted truths. So there's something going on with whoever this person is. I'm feeling like this is a masculine who has some sort of distortion. And I feel like it's due to these illusions that's here, because there's some sort of running here also. Running, marrying for money, moving in silence, always partying, legal issues. And that don't sound good. And y'all already know that things that manifest in the spiritual eventually ends up coming through in the 3D as well. So here we got the Wheel of Fortune that's in reverse, right? The Wheel of Fortune could be in reverse, and it's for different reasons. So everybody's story is different. Just take the energy as it resonates. But somebody was trying to get some sort of Wheel of Fortune to go in their favor, but right, it's nothing that came out of it. And not only that, somebody put a lot of work in to have this done as well. But the Queen of Pentacles is here with the Judgment. So there's gonna be a judgment happening with that, whatever this situation is. And I can just tell you right now, with this running and legal issues, it's not looking really good. So let's get more deeper into what's actually going on in the situation with this 3 cups. This always partying. We got this 3 cups here, right? And then we have the 9 of Cups that's in reverse. That's somebody being unfulfilled with this lifestyle. So somebody tried to get you involved in a lifestyle that you would not be happy with. Somebody could have asked you if you wanted to participate in something and you turned it down. You didn't want to. Or maybe this person just has certain requests in a sexual kind of way. All right, we all grown here. And the underlying energy is of keeping somebody trapped in the past. So you could be in this real glowed up kind of energy, right? Popping your shit, boss energy, CEO, and somebody don't want you to be in that energy. So what happens when you ask for help, right? And you didn't get it, right? That's the 5 of Pentacles energy. So because of a decision that you made in the past to not participate in something that happened, something got illuminated about who you are. And now somebody don't want to let you go. They look at you as the star now, or they recognize you as the star. And this has been illuminated with this moon in reverse. Somebody could also have been trying to do some sort of magic during the full moon that we just had, all right, at nighttime. Some sort of love spell or something like that. And that shit didn't work. Mainly to, I don't know, maybe they was meditating on your energy, trying to bring up some sort of old feelings or something like that. Could have pictures, could have videos of you or something like that. And whoever this person is, they came in with this sword. They came in real fast. They may have even tried to send people towards you, right? But this was the outcome of the situation. It was a betrayal. So in these situations, I hope nobody think that they not gonna be held accountable for this shit that just happened, right? So here we got a King of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, masculine energy. This person did take some sort of action. They attempted to come in to bring you some sort of offer, some sort of gift, something like that. But the whole intentions was to have you in this 3 of Swords energy here for this new beginning. And that would have kept you in some sort of ongoing cycle. I don't know. This is disappointing. This energy is upsetting, honestly. Because listen, somebody act like they doing a lot of work. They act like they putting in a whole lot of work, labor, and efforts. But this person, these people, this group, whoever the fuck, they putting in a whole lot of work for nothing. Like, you do better off actually doing what God told you to do instead of the devil at this point. All right. Yes. They want some sort of level of commitment here. And this is the type of person who presents themselves as a nice guy, y'all. All right. So we're going to look into what this judgment is, because you had to defend yourself. You got left out in the cold having to defend yourself after your plans fell apart. So whatever it is that you was trying to do, these people counteracted that, put an obstacle in your path because they was trying to win at all costs, right? Causing you to miss out on 10 Pentacles. This is not your season for losing. This is your season for getting what the fuck you deserve. And for these people to be constantly playing around in your energy, time is up. We see exactly what y'all on. We gave y'all the rope. Y'all hung yourself. All right. And it's just time. It's time for judgment, right? These are the type of people who's like, don't judge me. Well, what did you expect me to do? Because I'm not going to do what you want me to do. I'm going to do what God told me to do. All right. So let's just see what this judgment is. We got the Ace of Swords that's here, that in reverse. This could be some sort of lie or manipulation. It could be manipulating somebody with lies, especially with that Knight of Swords that we saw. It's almost like somebody was trying to come in to find out the truth, or to come in and try to bring some truth or make you feel like there was some sort of truth there. But at the same time, this is a liar. You know what I'm saying? They know that they manipulating. We got the Knight of Pentacles here. The Nine of Pentacles, not Knight. So this person wanted to manipulate you to a certain point. They know that you were single and that's what you were choosing to do for that time being, right? But this person wanted to come in to make it seem like that they were some sort of divine counterpart, right? While you were sitting in this Nine of Pentacles type of energy. They saw you with the Nine of Pentacles. They like, I need that because I know you got an opportunity coming towards you and I need to get in on that. I need to take it, right? And this is what the mindset was. And if it wasn't the mindset, then tell me, why is it that people felt guilty about the things that they did, the actions that they took, trying to come towards you in this fake ass energy anyways? Meanwhile, people are just setting your ass up. All right. Let's see. Nine of Pentacles. We got the Wheel of Fortune here. All right. That's how they looked at you, as that Wheel of Fortune. I'm telling you, man, this should be about money. Anytime you see just Pentacles coming out here in these readings. So the Five of Cups. Somebody is in regret, loss, grief, sorrow, things of that nature. Why? Because they thought that they were that close, right, to doing some trifling shit, to doing some shit that was ghetto and just unprofessional. You're not even interested. This is not even your divine path. This is somebody else's. But you're trying to steal, right? At this point, you're trying to steal. You're trying to scheme and scam. And you're trying to blame somebody for being this way. When in all actuality, this is your energy. That's how you are. If this person is not putting out that kind of energy, what makes you feel like that you can come in with that kind of energy? All right? So this person didn't know you was on top of your shit. They didn't know you knew anything about twin flames and soulmates and all that kind of shit. They didn't even give a fuck, right? This don't mean nothing to the average person. It's the average motherfucker that's just scamming and getting over on bitches and actually being successful and creating a whole life off of other people's energies, right? It means nothing. What's the Five of Cups here? The Ace of Cups. So where a person was supposed to be given to you, they were actually just pouring it into themselves, right? And this is what this person is in some sort of lost about, because they know that they was not really interested. Like I said, they know that they wasn't really focusing on building anything up. They wasn't focused on any kind of foundation or anything like that. They didn't realize that a foundation was already being created once they came into your energy. They didn't look at the technicalities of everything. Just looked at you as a basic ass human being. Well, whatever is kind of equivalent to somebody, let's say you're getting a car loan, you trying to sign off on the paperwork. You didn't read the fine print. All you know is you about to get this car. You possibly not even gonna make the payments, but you signing your name off on some shit though. That don't mean nothing to you. Queen of Wands, that's in reverse. So this was all an attempt to knock your confidence down. Remember, we saw the Queen of Wands that was in the upright. Now she's in the reverse. And that's the Judgment, because now somebody is working hard to get out of jail, out of this mental imprisonment, because put somebody in this type of energy here, but we got the Queen of Cups that's in the upright. So this could be somebody who definitely has compassion for somebody, definitely feels bad for whatever is going on in the situation. This could be somebody who also is like willing to help people, right? But these are the types of people, or this is the type of person, they're savages. They don't give a fuck. They feel like, well, let me watch this little reading real quick. Let me see what she got to say. Let me see what the energy is. Let me go ahead and get this rating on her and see what her energy is. Because if she feeling some sort of way about me coming in, and let's say this person feel like you supposed to be their twin flame or soulmate or some shit like that. You supposed to be doing this. You supposed to be doing that. Let me tell you something, bitch. Because we ain't supposed to be doing a motherfucking thing but pouring into ourselves. And that's just on period. All right? I really hope and pray one day people can get this shit out of their head that a motherfucker is just supposed to be all like rainbows, sunshines, lemon drops, and gumdrops and shit like that. And really just, hold on, y'all. And really just snap it to reality. Because the reality of it is, earth angels, chosen ones, we don't have to do shit for nobody. And that's just what it is. We don't have to do nothing for nobody but ourselves. If we're not at a particular kind of level, that does not mean that y'all get to take over and do this and do that. It don't mean that y'all get to run through our energy like that. That means we need to take some time out. We need to call off work, go home, treat ourselves to spas and all that kind of shit. And it ain't no time limit on it. We can do this shit for however long we want to. All right. I just thought somebody needed to know that, because people be getting on these journeys. They don't even realize why they be on these journeys, and or why did they get on the journey, how they got on the journey. And then they forget how they played you on the journey. They forget. And then they come at you. You owe them some shit and you don't. Man, I really wish people would get their shit together. So something has been illuminated and exposed in this situation. I don't know if somebody felt like, oh, do you know? Do she know? Do he know? You know what I'm saying? Yes. We trying to be discreet as possible. And y'all motherfuckers keep playing around. And it's just like, well, what do you want us to expose you? What is the energy here? Because the way y'all keep tapping on the door and our energy is just like, I think this nigga really want me to expose him. All right. Because what Fantasia say? Exactly. Type energy. So I don't know if this person was in competition with you. I just feel like that's weird energy altogether for a man to be in competition with a woman. I don't know what that's about, but maybe y'all can enlighten me and tell me, because I really want to know. I really do. But I just feel like this person could have had you in competition with somebody. And I think this is what's being exposed. Because let's say if this person came to you with an offer, say, do you want to be involved in a threesome? To me, that's like opening the door to Pandora's box. Hey, I don't know what the fuck going on in this energy here. What all done happened? How the fuck you came to this agreement, this resolution, this contract, whatever the fuck this is, right? But it's just like, I guess they thought you was gonna be the average motherfucker and just not even think that deep into it, not think that far. They just looked at you as some sort of freak bitch or something like that. You know what I'm saying? This is how disposable people feel like you are. People don't really look at you like as you're a human being with feelings, real feelings, and you really trying to build some shit in life. They just look at you as one of the pieces to the pawn on the board game, or just a piece to the puzzle, right? And we actually don't need that piece, so we just gonna throw it out and act like the puzzle is done. But anyway, this is somebody who had you in competition with somebody else. What else? So with that Queen of Wands in reverse being there, it's giving, man, yo, self-esteem could have possibly got affected because of this kind of behavior. And it just depends too, I don't know, the situation. But I guess the plan was to have you in some sort of Queen of Swords in reverse kind of energy, where you would be like hella emotional or something like that. So it's given somebody put you in competition because they wanted to see how you was gonna react, right? Somebody asking you a question, all you can give is a yes or no. So somebody took their chance, right? and they wanted to know, was you gonna be down for whatever the fuck this shit was? And I guess that the plan was just to see how you was gonna react. And I don't know, maybe this person was hoping that you wouldn't accept it. Maybe they was trying to get rid of you in some sort of way. It's definitely giving an underlying feeling of somebody else working in the background. Let's just see. So this is where these legal issues is coming from. Wow. To me, it felt like motherfuckers was doing this all along, and it possibly could have been with people that you knew, your friends and shit like that. That's the thing about it. People be crossing boundaries and they be acting like you don't be knowing shit about it, and you do. Somebody could have even came up to you and let you know, hey, this person did X, Y, and Z, and then they was trying to talk to me on top of that. We got the 4 Cups here. You turning down offers. What is this? King of Cups reverse. So this person was definitely in their feelings about it. They was in their feelings. Why is this though? What is we supposed to be talking about these legal issues? 3 of Wands. What is this? It's a lot of wands here. Somebody sent a lot of energy towards you, a lot of negative projections. And the thing about it is, because this 2 of Swords is showing back up, which shows that decision that you had to make. So it's like somebody was putting the ball in your court, and depending on how you respond, it depended on how they would respond. So this person responded with sending a lot of burdens your way because you didn't want to participate in this fuck shit, right? So that's the reason why this judgment is here. So that's the energy. Let's just get some energy from my little black deck here. At the bottom of the deck, we have military. So that could be significant. Somebody could be in the military that was involved with the situation. Let's see what messages we can pull for you from this deck. Fell on the floor. Let me get these off the floor real quick. It says someone is preparing to show you real love. It's kind of giving somebody from the past, but my thing is, why would you have to prepare to show somebody real love? It is what it is, but don't that kind of shit just come naturally to y'all? I don't know. You tell me. A stable opportunity will support you long term. That's good, I guess. It says we got Osiris here. Osiris closes an old cycle. Your purpose lifts as you release what no longer carries life. So, congratulations on closing a cycle out. That talks about completion and elevation. And that's number 9. So that could be significant for some of you. Whether you're on a life path number 9 or maybe your birthday is the 9th month. Take the energy as it resonates. It says your skills are creating new earning potential. So that's good. These are the things that people were trying to stop and block. We got jinxes, irritation, or small setbacks. We talked about that. Suspicious activity reports. So all of these things are being recorded. Whatever these people are doing that's creating some sort of suspicion in the community, in the universe, or what have you. All of these things are being documented, meaning that the higher ups, the ascended masters, the angels, and all of those divine beings are taking notes, are notating what's going on in a situation, and making sure to balance the scales out, right? So I think that's all the messages that we have today, or for right now. Till next time, make sure you do what God told you to do, and I'm going to do what God told me to do. All right. So until next time, peace.